Okay, so I'm here with Christal Schanes, who is the
wig designer.
Okay, on this show that we're on together. Christal has some interesting products to show us today. I'm always on the lookout for new pieces of technology and things that make people's jobs easier. So what have you got here for us today?
This is something I've been working on for the last 5 years and trying to develop something for the wig industry that really helps hold the wigs on. So think about what the hair prep would be underneath the wig itself. I've created what's called a silicone band. You can see the band itself has fabric embedded, so you can't actually stitch into it even, but it has a lace opening, so when worn, to be able to then pin the wig to, the little lace section will be able to intersect with a part. So you can line a parted wig up with a hair prep part underneath, and with this going right over the top of it, you get all the added benefits of seeing the scalp through that wig application. And then of course the elastic as well. This is really fantastic for me because not only am I able to create them with all the variations of skin tone, but I also have not only the entertainment variation on the band, but I also work in the medical industry. So the fastener is something that can't be used when somebody has hair, for instance. But the silicone actually grips extremely well to the skin, and you can imagine somebody who doesn't have hair loss from, whether it be cancer, alopecia, trichotillomania, or a vast other variations on the theme. The clients can actually wear this style of band and not have to worry about hair getting caught into the fastener. And they can tighten it down nice and snug. And in the inside of my medical wigs, I stitch little silicone tabs as well. So then it's a silicone to silicone grip. And it really just helps hold everything on in an incredible way. So this is my little thing that I've developed in the last 5 years because I felt like there was a hole in the industry, something needed to be able to make wig applications that much easier. So of course you can imagine the silicone gripping to the skin. The silicone also then grips to the hair itself. So I use little pop clips right over the top of those silicone bands and really create a secure kind of a prep for, at least on the edges, for the wigs themselves, so then I can pin the wig right to the band and it lasts all day long without slipping, which is also the other downfall of some bands on the market because they like to slip in the hair.
So almost always when I do these little segments, I'm talking to people about things that they have purchased that are on the market. I think you're the first person that I've talked to who's designed something that they're using. Now, is this something people can buy, or is this something that only you use?
No, absolutely. It began as a personal project, of course, trying to solve some of the issues in the gaps of the market, but very quickly, as soon as people started seeing the bands that I created, they're now wanting them. So I'm in the process of marketing them and getting them out in the industry, but you can so far buy them on my website, which is CHRISTALineStudios.com.
CHRISTALineStudios.com.
Correct.
So this is your logo here.
Absolutely.
And if you just go to this spelling, CHRISTALineStudios.com, is that correct?
That's correct.
You can find it. Cool. So what is the kind of price point? Maybe you're still working on that, but
no, actually I've had to be very careful about already going ahead and locking all that in. So the entertainment bands are $55.
And these are the entertainment
with
bands
the elastic component.
Okay.
And then the ones with the closure are a little more expensive. Those are more like $60.
Okay.
I think the interesting thing about this for me is that I'm not only a wig builder and a hairstylist, but I'm also a makeup artist and a prosthetics artist. So having the knowledge of the silicone and the how in which I use silicone in the wig industry has been a real gift to be able to merge those two worlds for the sake of wigs.
Okay, last two questions. If people want to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to reach out?
Thank you for saying that. You can reach out to me through the website. Otherwise, you can also reach out to me through Christal at CHRISTALineStudios.com. And I will also say that I receive hair donations as well. And unlike some companies, the wigs that I put the hair donations into, I make sure to either give the wigs away for free, or I give them away for a big discounted price, whatever that material exchange would be, like the equivalent of what I would purchase that hair for. So 3 inches is the max or the minimum or more, and I take all textures, all colors, as well as chemically processed hair, which nobody really accepts hair donations with chemically processed hair.
Oh,
So
interesting.
I'm all for it. The little 3-inch sections are really for the baby hairs around the front hairline, which I really like to finesse and make super realistic. So that's kind of a little thing that I have working. That's
Okay, so final questions. Are there any quirks or tips, like any specific, like are there any times these wouldn't be great or particular times they would be great?
I think that's a really important question, actually, because some people, if they're afraid of breakage or their hair's a little fragile or sensitive scalp, like sometimes this sort of a silicone can grip in the hair, so you do have to be a little bit careful. What I typically do is I'll have the actor or actress from behind the chair, I'll reach over and they'll grab the front edge of the band, and you really have to maximize the stretch on the back to make it wide enough to get it over their head. I usually pull it down to the neck, and then I'll pull the front edge up to the hairline. So you have to maximize the stretch in order to be sure.
You don't want to rake the silicone through the hair.
Exactly, because
Yeah.
otherwise that grip can cause breakage. So you have to be extremely careful about that. But once you get it in place, it's staying there, which is awesome.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time today, and that's such a cool product. Thank you very much.
Thank you.